Hello everyone, I'm back here with another video and this is on light. So what is the nature of light? Light is basically a form of energy which can be detected by our eyes and we can see it by our eyes. It can travel through a lot of different vacuums such as air, water, glass, and such stuff. When we switch on a light source like a bulb, a tube light, or a torch, we can see the light instantaneously. This is because the light travels at a very high speed from the light source to our eyes. As soon as we switch on the light bulb, we are able to see the light because the speed of light is quite a lot and it's very fast and it can be, seen in a blink of an eye or even faster than that. The speed of the light in vacuum is 300,000 meters. Compare this to the average running speed of an Olympic sprinter in a 100-meter race, which is about 100 meters per square. How many times does light travel faster than this speed? Like a lot. Light travels much faster than sound, which has a speed of about 343 meters in air. That is why we see lightning first before we hear thunder during a thunderstorm. You must have observed it while we had witnessed, we were like a couple of days, I can say, or weeks ago, we were having this rainy season here with us here in Pakistan in Karachi. What happened is that you might have observed many times, usually in a thunderstorm as well, is that you hear later the voice of the thunder, and before that you are able to see the lightning in the sky. Getting it? So that means that the speed of light is way much fast than the speed of a sound. Now, the table below shows the approximate speeds of different moving objects. They will give you a better idea of how fast light travels. Earth takes 29,790 ms, an artificial satellite in an orbit takes 7,500, a jet aircraft takes 800, a Falcon, the fastest bird, takes 97, a car cruising on a highway takes 25, an Olympic sprinter takes 10, person jogging 3, person walking 1.7, and a sail crawling 0.03. So the speed of light is a lot as compared to the speed of light as given over here in the table. Okay, let's proceed. Wait, yes. So basically, as I told you before, light travels at different speeds in different media. It's dependent upon the situation where we're using a light. It's dependent how it travels across. It travels faster in air than in water or glass. So basically, when light is traveling in air, it's much faster compared to glass or water. Look at beam of light from a light projector or light ray box. Does light travel in a straight line? You should do this experiment on your own and then you'll find out. Basically, light travels in a straight line in the same medium. That doesn't really change. Look around you. Can you describe some observations to show that light travels in a straight line? Light travels basically in a straight line. The diagram below shows a setup which can be used to demonstrate that light travels in a straight line. If one of the cardboard is shifted slightly so that the holes are no longer in the line, the eye will not be able to see the light bulb because light travels in a straight line. If the holes change direction, then the person will not be able to see the light bulb. The path along which light travels is called a ray. You must have known about it. Basically, light rays are represented by straight lines with arrows indicating their direction, right, left, or whatever. All right. For example, you can take a look at figure 10.3 that shows a ray of light moving with arrow towards the right. Then a parallel beam of light in 10.4, 10.5 a divergent beam of light, and then a convergent. They're different in different, areas. A beam of light is made of a bundle of rays. It can be parallel, divergent, and convergent. So the main thing that you should know that the beam of light, it can be made in a bundle of rays that can be parallel, that can be divergent, that can be straight or convergent. Okay. Some objects are able to give out light of their own. All right. These objects are said to be luminous. For example, the sun, stars, a lighted bulb, candles, and flames are some examples of luminous objects around us. The objects which actually give us their own light. Getting it? Now, unlike stars, which give out their own light, the moon and the planets do not. All right. Objects which do not give out their own light are known as non-luminous objects. You should know what are luminous and non-luminous. Luminous give out light of their own and non-luminous do not. They can only be seen when light falling on them is reflected into our eyes. When a light ray falls upon the non-luminous objects, then we are able to see them properly. We can see the moon and the other planets in the night sky because they reflect light from the sun, and this reflected light reaches our eyes. So there a reflection is going on, and because of that, we are able to see the planets and the moon. Okay, when light falls on an object, it can be reflected, transmitted, or absorbed. Right? There are three different ways. It can either be reflected, it can either be transmitted, or it can be absorbed by the object too. Different materials have different optical properties. Some allow all the light to pass through while reflecting some of the light, while others may absorb most of the light. So it's dependent upon the material, if they're able to reflect the light, if they're able to absorb the light, or if they're able to transmit the light. Basically, transparent materials allow almost all the light to pass through. This property allows us to see through them. Like we're able to see through this glass inside the shop. We're able to see all the books. Clear glass, diamonds, certain type of plastics, example, Perpex, water, and air are some examples of transparent materials. We're able to see through them. Okay, translucent materials. We're talking about a variety of materials, whether depending on whether they let light through them or they do not. So transparent materials actually allow most of the light to pass through them. That's the basic definition, and that's, I think, the thing you should know and you should be able to tell, and you should have learned it by your heart. Okay, translucent materials allow some light to pass through, like a little light. We cannot see clearly through translucent materials, and objects behind translucent materials, they actually look blurred. Frosted glass, tracing paper, and rice paper are some examples of translucent materials. We are able to see a little bit through translucent materials. All right, then comes the opaque materials. They do not allow a single light to pass through them. Wood, metals, concrete, ceramic, tiles, and certain plastics are opaque materials, and we cannot see anything through them. So basically, transparent allow all the light to pass through them. Translucent materials only allow a little light to pass through them, and opaque materials do not allow a single light to pass through them. Okay, so what did we learn? Now, this is a little test kind of thing for you over here. Should the following objects be transparent, translucent, or opaque? Explain. A measuring cylinder, is it transparent, is it translucent, or is it opaque? A day curtain, translucent, transparent, or opaque? A safe, translucent, transparent, or opaque? And explain it as well to your own so that you can be sure that you know what are transparent, what are translucent, and what are opaque. Now, key points from the lesson. Light is a form of energy which can be detected by our eyes, and the speed of light is around 300,000 ms in vacuum. Light travels in a straight line in the same medium, all right? Never in a different variety of paths. The path along which light travels is called a ray. A bundle of rays make up a beam of light, as I told you before, and the beam of light can be convergent, divergent, or parallel. Objects that give out their own light are luminous. Example, our beautiful sun, our stars, and a candle flame. However, the objects that do not give light of their own are considered to be non-luminous, and they're actually seen when the light reflects from the source which is giving it, and we're able to see it through reflection. When light falls on an object, it may be reflected, transmitted, or absorbed. Now, transparent materials are the ones which allow all the light to pass through. Translucent allow only a little light, and opaque materials do not allow any light to pass through them. Okay, guys, so this is up for this unit. Basically, chapter light is divided into a variety of units. I'll be uploading videos on sequence. First, the introduction that I gave, and then with on and on all the videos on light. Okay, so stay tuned for it. See you all again in the video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.